All right, let's go quickly now to Gabon and just update you with the results of games currently going on today. Attention is shifting to Group C, and that's where we have the defending champions, the Elephants of Cote d'Ivoire. They are at the moment still playing out a goalless draw with the Atlas Lions of Morocco, and the game is already in the second half. We've played 48 minutes of football already. If the result stays this way, I'm afraid the Elephants of Cote d'Ivoire will not be able to successfully defend their title because they will be on their way home. But Congo DR are 1-0 up over Togo. That victory, if it stays that way, will keep them on top of the group, and they will be group leaders. We're waiting to see the second place team in Group D tomorrow that will face them, and Togo will be bottom of the group. That's how it is at the moment. Morocco, Cote d'Ivoire, goalless. Togo are down 0-1 to Congo DR. Kabananga, that's the striker of Congo DR.
Same guy who scored against Morocco.
The same guy who scored against Morocco is the one that has done the job, done the business for the Congo DR, the Simba of Congo DR. I think that's what they're called.
Yes, Simba of Congo DR.
Of Congo DR. All right. So let's talk about one of the big fallouts from the Africa Cup of Nations, and that's the story of George Lekens, the coach of Algeria, who has called it quits. That has come as a big surprise. Guys, before I get your thoughts, let's quickly go to France, because respected North African football correspondent and Tunisian journalist Oluwada Lotfi is joining us via Skype from France, and he's been following everything that has been going down with Algeria and all the North African teams at the Africa Cup of Nations. Oluwada, thank you so much for joining us on Sports Tonight. I'm sure, like many other people, were you surprised that George Lekens has ended his second sojourn with Algeria so suddenly?
Thank you for the invitation. Personally, I wasn't surprised actually, because he had a clause in his contract that was saying that he could leave if he should leave. Sorry, if he made bad results at AFCON, and I think also personally that this instability of coaches, this merry-go-round of coaches, is not in favor of Algeria, even though you know their fate, for instance, in World Cup qualifiers is pretty dark. I think it's not a good omen for the future, as you know. Even in Africa, you need for national teams, you need stability to build, and when you have such material, it's a proper waste to see the results since World Cup 2014 and the departure of Vaida Lilodzic, who managed to create a good atmosphere. It's sad to see how this talented Algerian squad has become and the result they managed to get in the previous in the competition after the formidable show they offered to Africa and even to the world in 2014 World Cup.
Oluwada, apart from the merry-go-round of coaches that you talked about, what other reasons could have been responsible for the free fall that Algerian football is beginning to witness? Some people have also said that the players have become so powerful that the Football Federation will kowtow to them anytime they make demands about who they want as their coach.
Yes, I think the fact that the players have become powerful is also one of the reasons. And I think also, for me, the major reason also behind this disaster, because it's a disaster when you see the pool of talent Algeria have, the major reason behind the catastrophe, this catastrophic result of Algeria, I think, is mainly the fact that, they, during the past years, like many African teams, actually they didn't play big sides, like Ivory Coast, Ghana, etc. So it was formidable for them, and it was for everyone, to kick, to destroy punching balls like Lesotho, like Seychelles, etc., Tanzania. But when it came to bigger opposition, like for instance even Tunisia or Senegal, they had many difficulties, and it happened. I think Algeria haven't beat a top African side since a pretty long time, actually, I would say since 2010, because they beat Senegal they beat Senegal in 2015, but the game had it was like this year, it was pretty much a dead rubber. So yes, actually they didn't have they haven't beaten a bigger team, a bigger African powerhouse since pretty long time, and I think this is also one of the main reasons behind their failure, more of the fact that the players have become very powerful.
Oluwada, thank you so much for speaking to us. We'll keep talking to you because I see that the non-African teams are looking good in this competition. I'm talking about Egypt, Tunisia, and Morocco. They're looking good. So we'll have reason to talk to you again and again as the Africa Cup of Nations enter into the crucial stages. But thank you for speaking to us, Oluwada.
Thank you for your invitation again. It's always a pleasure, you know.
All right, so that's Oluwada Lotfi, is a respected North African football expert, giving us his own insight into the crisis rocking Algerian football. Guys, I'm going to come to get your thoughts about it because of the Nigerian interest in the fact that Algeria are in crisis. But I'll come to do that after we go on this break. I'm told we have to go on a quick break. When we return, there's still plenty more to talk about around the Africa Cup of Nations. Join us again.